When we talk about Mauna Kea, we have to recognize what Hawaii County Mayor Harry Kim has been talking about, which is his vision to make Mauna Kea a cosmopolitan people's park. And Mayor Kim says he's discussed this with you, and you share that vision. Can you share with us how you see that being implemented, what it really means?
I do think that I've had a number of conversations with Mayor Kim, and I think we do share the same long-term vision. We believe that Mauna Kea is more than the conflict that is currently before us. We both embrace the notion that it can become a symbol of peace and about bringing together the process of cultural preservation and cultural celebration, at the same time being a place where discovery of new knowledge and learning can occur. So it really is about trying to be more expansive and think about a much broader role and activity that could occur on Mauna Kea.
Well, Mauna Kea is a really busy place for sure right now, with hunting and visitors and astronomy and just, people going up to enjoy the beauty. And the state controls it, not the county. So do you have a thought as to how it would become a cosmopolitan people's park, what that really means? Because most of us are kind of curious about that.
Well, I think a couple of things that I've had a conversation with the mayor about, and we both agree, and part of my 10-point plan just talks about returning 10,000 acres back to the state that we could manage moving forward. Part of that would be to form an advisory committee or commission that can provide insights about stewardship for Mauna Kea in an expanded role. And I think that the mayor envisions a similar kind of activity. And I think more importantly, it really is about acknowledging that we can do a better job of ensuring that the traditional and cultural knowledge can become more a part of the activities on Mauna Kea, and that we need to engage a broader cross-section of the community to be involved with the decisions moving forward. So I think that all of those things are part of, a better future for Mauna Kea.
You and I today were just at the Konokohala Chamber of Commerce luncheon, and one of those groups that was recognized was the Office of Mauna Kea Management, and I think they've been bringing that cultural focus. So what do you see being needed in addition to what the Office of Mauna Kea Management has been doing?
Well, I think it's really looking at all of the activity. When I had been up on the mountain in 2015, the first time since really in the 1990s, I was surprised at the number of cars that are up on the summit, about the number of people. I truly felt that there was less of an emphasis on culture and too much of an emphasis just on commercial activity and visitor experience up on Mauna Kea. And so that certainly was something that I was surprised to see. So I think it really is about thinking about what's in the best interest of Mauna Kea in totality, and what procedures and processes, what rules should be put into place to ensure that it can continue to both embrace the culture and tradition and recognition of its cultural significance, at the same time be a place for discovery and learning, which I think is so important.
It's interesting. You mentioned you saw more cars and there's more commercial activity. At the luncheon today, you commented on something that we all should know, which is our visitor numbers are up, and certainly they're up on this island. And it's definitely a push-pull between inviting in tourism, it's our biggest industry, but at the same time protecting our natural resources.
Right. So I think it is about finding balance. So even if we talk about Mauna Kea, certainly we would want to have people who can enjoy what a sunrise on Mauna Kea might be like. But the question really is about what is an appropriate level of activity. the other part that I think that is often missed is that that's a gravel road that is way outside of normal road specifications. And I thought that the volume of traffic that was up there really exceeded what I would consider safe for that stretch of road leading up to the summit.
Well, you know, that's a good point. Even the road up to the visitor station, it's a great road, but it's not a huge road.
Right.
You know, it's...
So I think it's really looking at the long-term desires of the community. If we had an cultural advisory group that is vested and part of the cultural practitioners on the island that can provide guidance, can we design in what visitor facilities would be required, and ask the question, does it have to be all the way up on the summit? Can we provide an experience that is meaningful that doesn't have to go to the summit? I think all of those are possibilities and challenges that we should ask ourselves, and especially to a group of committed individuals who might help us steer a better path forward and balance cultural interest against the broader community.